and they also say some couples may not experience the 7-year itch, or you may experience before the 7 years or after the 7 years. So
I want to say before the 7 years. No play. No
that's
play.
when you was kind of feeling some type of way, huh?
Greetings and welcome to Vybz and Try Podcast. My name is Amaru, and this is my amazing, wonderful wife, Shana.
Thank you, handsome. And look, before we even get started, I had the wrong thing pulled up. So we are our Essence of Serenity, and again, this is our podcast channel where we like to, not our YouTube channel, podcast, where we like to sip tea and invite you to the table for various conversations. I always mess up that intro because we only record once a month. So I only say it once a month, unlike when we were doing it weekly. But would you like to tell the people what we're sipping on?
Did you want to start off?
Okay, keep it going.
We are sipping on that Earl Grey Tea.
Yes. So we have some exciting news. Really, at the beginning of this video and at the end. So make sure you stay tuned until the end. So we are excited to announce that this week we will be celebrating what, sweetness?
Our 9th year anniversary.
Yes. So we've been married for 9 years, and right now we've been together for 10 years, but in a couple of months it'll be 11 years. So what I do want to point out in this episode is make sure that you definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell, because we will be doing a vlog on that day. We'll try to keep it like short so that we can really just more so enjoy the time together. But we will be doing a vlog. Also, what is it that I also wanted to say? I can't remember. But just make sure that you even if you are already subscribed, make sure that you've already hit the notification bell. So today we had a conversation. It was a question that I asked my husband a couple of days ago, and we was like, okay, this will actually be like a good topic to talk about on the podcast. So I was like, okay, we're at 9 years of being married. And I know you have people that have been married for even 70 years, because you have some people that may be in their late 80s and they got married as teenagers. So, you know, they may have been married for 70 years. Like our parents have been married they'll be married in May for 42 years. So I know that our 9 years does not hold as much weight, you know, to people that are really veterans when it comes to marriage. But I was like, I wonder if we are at a point to whereas like we can give advice to people and it'll hold some type of weight, like they won't be like, okay, you know.
Well, off the rip, I got to express how I feel when it comes to that, because this is not necessarily judging, but this is more so based off the experiences and the situations that I've been involved in when it comes to helping people, whether it be individual advice or even relationship advice. The very fact that we've made it for 9 years, completely loyal in this generation, fam, that's a rarity. And it's sad to say that, but it is a rarity.
Yeah, and I you know, no offense to anybody that's single. We got married, like, I think you were like 29. I was like 30 or just turned 31. So it's not like we got married young. So, of course, we've had the experience of being single. So this is not any knock to anybody. And do not let what I'm about to say discourage you. But I would not want to be single in today's time. It's a lot. But to be honest with you, let's be real, it was also a lot when we were single. Yeah. And I'm sure like when our parents were single, it was a lot. So they say it's nothing new under the sun. But I think as you become more seasoned, older, certain things that you probably have more of a tolerance for, you know, you're like, okay, no, I couldn't deal with that. And we probably did deal with it, you know, some years ago. So I do want to say this because I came across some interesting information, because I even like Googled to see like where do we fall as far as on the scale of 9 years. Like, where are we on that scale?
Interesting. Before she does that, let's hear a quick word from our sponsors.
I like how you did that.
Our sponsors for today are Zenful Vybz, a holistic aspect of our Essence of Serenity. In today's product, we will be presenting the Elixir. This is a natural concoction that consists of a vast amount of earthly properties infused with both healing and rejuvenating the cellular structure of our unique anatomy. With the assistance of their ancestors and holistic dedication, it is confidently assured to aid and produce miraculous results. This natural compound has been supercharged with high vibrational energy to provide healing properties as far as eliminating pain. This should only be applied as external use only. It should not be taken orally. There are 2 variations of this elixir. You have the regular, which consists of mimosa bark, arnica, bee oil, and peppermint oil. And then you have the premium, which is more profound, more potent, and more powerful, which consists of everything of the regular, but it also contains snake oil. For more information about this product, please visit our website, ouressenceofserenity.net, under the tab Zenful Vybz Holistic Products. And we are back.
Yes. So, from 1 to 2 years, it's basically saying that if you're married for 1 to 2 years, you're still adjusting, like they still call that like the honeymoon phase. And then for some people also, like, that can be a very difficult time, because for some people it's the honeymoon phase, and for some people it's the reality that, oh my God, we're actually married. And I have to figure out how to navigate through life with you. So for 3 to 5 years, many consider this a tested phase. You've likely gone through real challenges, stress, disagreements, life changes. So for 7 years, they call it the 7-year itch. And it was interesting because they said they actually got the 7-year itch from, it was a movie. What was the name of that movie? It was some movie that Marilyn Monroe was in. I actually jotted down the name of it. I've never seen. No, it's called the 7-year itch, starring Marilyn Monroe. And so with the 7-year itch, that was interesting because they say it's like a popular idea that around the 7-year mark in a marriage or a long-term relationship, couples may start to feel restless, bored, or dissatisfied. Kind of like that flame is burning out or whatnot. And so we'll come back to that because I actually want to ask you about that. So as far as the 9-year, 9 years usually fall into the whole idea of established but evolving stage. So it's like you know each other deeply. The relationship is more stable, but it can feel like a routine if it's not nurtured. And then, of course, life responsibilities often take center stage, like work if you have kids, your finances. And then growth becomes important individually and as a couple. So, based off the 7-year itch, do you feel like you experienced that? And you could be honest. You could just treat it like...
Well, no.
What if you say yes? And they also say some couples may not experience the 7-year itch, or you may experience before the 7 years or after the 7 years. So,
I want to say before the 7 years. No,
that's when you was kind of feeling some type of way, huh?
Honestly, that's a really good question. I can't say that I've reached a point within our marriage as far as me getting, I guess, played out or bored when it came to you.
Okay. What about like when it comes to our routine?
As far as what?
Like, just our everyday thing. Like, I know, of course, during the week for us, a lot of things are routine, but we do have our date nights that we still do from time to time during the week. But like, just when it comes to us as a couple, certain activities that we engage in, like conversations like that we have, just us in our world, had you ever gotten to a point to whereas you felt bored? Or
No.
you feel like, okay, let's kind of shift it this way so that we can keep this flame?
The main thing that keeps our relationship not necessarily afloat, but keeping that flame vibrant and strong is the very fact that we knew what we were getting into when we first started. Meaning it wasn't like I was trying to put on the front and being someone that I wasn't, like she wasn't either. So it's not like we had all this time to try to keep up this whole character mode on us keeping things strong and bonded based off of something that isn't true.
Yeah, it's not being our genuine self.
Exactly, not being our genuine self. So because of that, I say that to say, when you, it's just almost like a lie. When you tell one lie, it leads to another one, and that just gets tired and played out after a while. Because we're so real and genuine to each other, we're constantly evolving. We're constantly changing. So that, to me, keeps it interesting. It's not like we're stagnant and we're comfortable in where we're at. We're constantly looking for growth. We're constantly looking for ways to improve ourselves and the relationship.
I have to say, like, for me, and I agree, I have to say for me, like, more so, and I don't know if this was around the 7 years. What if I said, but I got so bored with him? And I'm just like, I don't know if it was around the 7 years. And when I tried to think of it earlier, it may have been to whereas, like, during the week, we have to have a routine. And so I remember mentioning to you, I think this was after we probably had came back from vacation or you took some time off of work. So with that, we were not within our routine. And I was like, man, I want to be able to incorporate certain things that we did when we weren't on a routine into our routine. So I think it was when we went to Traverse City, Michigan for your business trip. And it's like, even though my husband was working, there was still certain things. It did not feel like our average Monday through, I would say Thursday, because Fridays are very exciting for us. So there were certain things that we have started to do during the week. Not to say that every day, every day, Monday through Thursday, we can incorporate things. But I feel like there are certain things that we have started to incorporate to whereas I don't have that issue anymore. Okay, with that being said about the 7-year itch. Okay, as far as where we are with 9 years, you were saying that you feel like, in which I agree, I think you kind of like mentioned that because, any good advice is good advice. It doesn't matter. It's not just about the experience. You ever had somebody give you advice and it may not have been something that they experienced, but the advice they gave you was like smack dab on? I feel like to take that and kind of play that into the question that I have, we may not be able to give advice from somebody that's been married for 40, 50, 60 years, but I feel like what we've experienced in our marriage alone, from the highs to the lows, that we can give good advice. Like, I feel like they can kind of be like, okay, take them off the bench and put them in the game. Give advice. Do you feel the same?
I agree, yeah.
So what's some advice, like what's one thing that you would give someone that's about to get married?
Be sure and make sure you're honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you're honest with yourself, in most cases, you'll be honest with your spouse. When it comes to expressing how you feel in those moments, what it means to take that initial step as far as a sacred bond, just be honest.
Okay. And I'll say this and then we'll close out. And I was just telling my cousin, which, like I said, stay tuned for the exciting news. I was just telling my cousin a couple of days ago that I was like, I think would make, I feel like everybody should feel like their marriage is unique. So what makes me and my husband's marriage unique is that we are best friends. Not trying to say you have to be best friends with your spouse, but it's good to have that friendship with them, because sometimes if you're going through stuff, like just the fact that they're your spouse may not be enough for you to actually continue to be like, okay, I'm gonna get in this ring with you and we're gonna fight to make this work. Like, for example, but that friendship will. Like, for example, say if we've had a disagreement and we may not be on speaking terms, one of the things that never fails that'll make me miss my husband and us having that interaction is that, like, it may be something I'm watching and I'm like, okay, like, we could be cracking jokes about this particular movie. Or, you know, just wanting to go and hang out. Like I said, Friday through Sunday, that's our hangout time. And then sometimes we'll go on a date during the week. So just stuff like that. Like, he's literally my best friend. So it's kind of like if you and your best friend, if y'all are not talking, you may miss like y'all's coffee dates or just sitting and talking about stuff and cracking jokes and laughing. So I say all that to say that if you're somebody that's about to get married, or if you're someone that you're already married, one of the key things to me is establishing that friendship, because that friendship will be very key when it comes to longevity and the quality of it. So
I agree.
Is
I
there
like that.
You like that?
I like that.
That was on point.
That was on point. I resonate with it.
So is there anything you want to add before we close out?
No, I am truly appreciative and grateful to have such a woman in my life.
The same.
It's like she said, she really is my best friend. So
What if
on
you
top
was
of that
like,
being
your
my
eyes
lover,
was, as you was you lying.
on top of her being my lover, it just makes it a plus
Yeah.
when it comes to dealing with everyday things and just life in general.
The same.
So I'm very, very grateful to have her in my life.
He will come home from work and I'll just like claps in his arms and I'll be like, I miss you so much or whatnot. So once again, make sure that you are subscribed and that you've hit the notification bell, because actually once this airs, we will already have celebrated our anniversary, but we do record once a month. So within the next couple of weeks, we will be putting out a vlog of our anniversary day. But of course, from now to in between then, we will have other videos coming out, so make sure you definitely subscribe. So I am excited to announce. So let me go ahead and just say that if you're new to the channel, or, you know, if you're already subscribed, and as you may already know, me and my husband recently wrote a book called The Evolve You, Becoming Your Next Version of You, which is a very awesome book. It's more so just, it's what the title says. It's a book about you walking into the next stage of your life. We have different journal prompts in here and different activities that you could do. So all versions of this book will be linked down below. As well, we will also have a book that, speaking of my close cousin that I mentioned a couple of minutes ago in this video, Lataya Shields, she recently wrote a book called The ABCs of Self-Confidence and Achieving Your Goals. So I just got my book in the mail today, but I kind of looked through it or whatnot because I wanted to definitely promote it, because she's been telling me about this book for a couple of weeks. So she just released it. We will also have the link to her book listed down below. This is a very awesome book. Like, if you're someone that likes to journal, if you like questions that make you reflect, like she have questions like, what is your favorite song? What is your favorite food? Who do you feel the closest to? So how she does it is, each alphabet, the first word in that sentence will start with that alphabet, and it'll be something very inspiring. So I talk to my cousin on a regular, and it's crazy because I was telling my husband, like, literally as you read through the book, like, it's Lataya. She also has a YouTube channel called Talk to Lataya. So make sure you definitely check that out, and you can see her bird babies, Duke and Donovan, that she posts content about. And she posts some very, very inspiring content as well. So before we close out, one of the things that, and I've told her I love this quote. So one of the things that I do want to read is a quote that she also closes out her YouTube videos with. So give me a second. Okay, it says, live your life, find your purpose, and walk in your greatness. And then she'll say, and have an awesome day.
I love that. I like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So until next time, you all take care. And what do they need to do, sweetness?
Stay genuine in your love, and y'all stay lifted.
All righty.